And good day. Today we're having a look at this. It's an Aquor water system. It's a house hydrant kit. And we'll flip the box over a bit, let you have a little look on it. And on the back here it's got simply twist to connect, instant water on off, sub-zero freeze protection, 100% lead-free stainless steel, and meets plumbing code. There's other little bits and pieces to read. Turn it over that way. And that's what the box looks like. We'll open it up a bit and see what's inside. And this is what comes in the kit. We have a little mount. This goes onto the wall. Now it's set at 5 degrees so that when it's flush up against the wall it allows for drainage, so that the water itself pops out the bottom here and doesn't freeze in the pipes. Kind of handy, I think. We've got some mounting kits. What's this? This is the actual unit itself. So we'll have it's got a bit of weight to it, I might add. Having a bit of a quick look. And what else we got? Oh, we got, this is the connector itself. It's got a little plastic protector over the end, and yeah, it's been oiled, so we got the rubber rings. The O-rings on here have already been oiled up, which is kind of nice. I'll pop that back on there. That's a screw mount to go on your hose. Actually, I wonder how that fits. Does that... Oh yeah, just pop him in and twist. There you go. And that's the action that you have for your hose, and away we go. We'll have a bit of a look and see what else I can find about it, and I'll get back in a second. I've had a quick look in the box. There's nothing in the way of instructions or anything else in there. So what you're seeing here is what comes in a standard kit. You can get some optional extras, and this is one of them. This is a little tap fitting, so you can actually have a standard hose connector. Again, same thing on the end. It's just a couple of double O-rings protected. Fits into there and just rotate. Oops. Obviously when it's connected to the hose and you've got everything here, it works a bit better. That's an on-off, as you can see there, and just simply pull out and away we go. We also have another little one here. This is a metal little flap, little protector, and this is angled at, again, 5 degrees, and that's to me a little bit nicer than the plastic one. So that's your plastic one there, and there's your metal one. So quite a bit of difference in quality. I don't mind this at all, but the plastic one's okay to get you going, but the metal one would be the one I'd recommend myself. It's quite nice. Now that's what I've got in the way of bits and pieces to play with. Now I was reading on the actual cover itself, and it's got here, it's showing you the mechanism inside, which is a nice little pressure system, because the water is actually left on at all times, so you don't have to turn it off. It's operated simply by inserting the little pieces like this. You pop it in, twist it, and that'll activate the seal. And as it says here, it's a unique internal valve system, closes with the same repeated motion every time. Stainless steel operating rod and high performance Viton O-rings provide incredible reliability even with frequent use. Enjoy years of trouble-free, leak-free and zero maintenance use. So that's a rather nice thing, nice little design in there. So you can connect this to basically any garden hose, just a threaded end on him, and you simply push and twist the connector into the outlet, and the water flow starts automatically. You unplug it by twisting it out, pop it out, and the water stops immediately. Now it's also got a self-draining system in it, which goes through this little piece in the front, as you can see there. And what that does, obviously, you don't want to have water freezing in the unit, as if it freezes you're going to have burst pipes, and that's something that's not a good idea if you're living in a cold climate, especially you know, up in the mountains a bit. So that's something to bear in mind. It's also going to be a flush mount, so what you're looking at here, all this goes in behind the wall, and all you're going to see is this mounted surface on the wall itself. So it's a very clean and neat fitting. Sort of makes the house look a little bit better than a standard tap poking out of the wall, which I'll show you shortly, which is my own house. I was packing up and I found that on the floor. That's a mounting template, so shows you where to put the holes and you know, obviously the slot that's needed to be cut out to fit the unit. Now I suppose while we've got this here, I must talk a bit about it. The Aquor hydrant body itself is made from marine grade 316L stainless steel. Unlike a conventional brass tap, the hose hydrant has only one moving part, a solid stainless steel operating rod with a high performance Viton O-ring. So when you unplug the hydrant, the valve closes in the same direction as the water flow, not against it. The higher the water pressure, the tighter it seals, so no leaks, no drips and no wasted water. Now the original valve concept was engineered for use on marine vessels and later adapted for homes. Now while we've got these sections here, these are the connectors. They're made from a heavy duty acetal resin called Delrin. It's a tough, wear resistant, crush proof and stands up to UV rays. It's a rather unique design and it's reliable and low maintenance, so what more can you ask for it? Now one thing you're probably asking is, why am I doing this? Why am I putting this into my house? Well, we have children here, or grandchildren, and they tend to leave the tap running continually. So this is a method that by having the connector pushed in, twisted, and then you take it out, kids can't let water run. Plus it looks nice and neat, it's a clean finish. This is my old tap. Yeah, time for a bit of an upgrade. I've been meaning to get out for about a week or so to get onto this. I've been a little bit off colour and the weather's been lousy. Today's the first decent day for quite a while, so let's get into it. Now this is the old tap outside, as you can see there. This is the fitting that screws underneath. This goes onto there. That particular fitting fits on the end of the new connector, which is there, and the other end snaps into the fitting which we'll be putting on here shortly. Now what I have to do is I have to get a plumber in to connect this up properly. So what I'll do temporary, I'll pop in a unscrew this old faucet off and I'll pop the new fitting on here just to give you an idea of how this new system works. So we'll just simply unscrew this with the camera in the way. There we go. Should come off now. The water's already been turned off. I'll pop a bit of plumber's tape on here just for the moment, just to hold it in place while I do this. This is only a temporary measure, as I said, so don't get terribly excited with the fact that I'm not doing this properly, as I need to get a plumber in to take out the actual fitting itself and pop that back into the wall to recess it. So this is only, as I said, temporary, purely for the video. I'll get a spanner onto it. Stop it at that. I'll just move the camera around a little bit so you've got a better idea. As you can see, we are protruding out of the wall at the moment. The whole thing will fit flush up against the wall when it's completed. And just for the moment, as I say, just for the purpose of the demonstration, we'll leave it like so. So what I've got at the moment, I've just got the hose connected here, temporary. I've got a very short hose just to let you see that water is actually coming out of it. And away we go, pop him in. And as you can see there, definitely water coming out. And to turn it, stops it immediately. Now that is absolutely brilliant. Can't complain with that. So I've just popped that on. And as you can see, working as a normal tap. We'll just take it off. Off it comes. So that's the fitting there. We'll zoom in a bit on it. So as I said, I've got to get a plumber to fit this flush up against the wall, and we'll have it all working nicely. I'll just move the camera around again, give you an idea in the front here. And that's what it looks like. So if you can imagine that flush up against the wall. And the cover, this is one of the covers, it just fits over the top, so that's bolted on, so you just see a flat section up against the wall itself. You just lift the flap up, and we've got this in behind it. So absolutely brilliant, and beats the daylights out having to worry about turning taps on and off all the time. That's a before shot, and here we are, the after shot. Huge difference compared to the old tap hanging out the wall. Very happy with the way it fits, works well, can't say much more than that. Thanks for watching, catch up with you on the next video.